The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Monday morning.
Ew.
Here we are.
What's going on? I want to start with the finals, first week of the NRL finals and then the AFL. But Suze is away today. She's sick. Sore throat.
Yeah, and a headache apparently.
Yeah. I don't know. It's the season for it.
It really is.
Tis the season.
I found it interesting this year that the NRL and AFL grand final aren't on the same weekend. Was that the same? Was it last year that was? Didn't you do the double lots?
Last year it was because
Yeah.
I flew back from whatever to whatever.
Because I think scheduling-wise, the Storm will have a prelim final the same weekend, apparently, as the AFL grand final, if they get through.
So the AFL grand final will be the week before the NRL grand final.
Does that seem right to you, Nick?
I mean, yeah, you're right. It was a double up last year, but they seem to have separated it this year.
Yeah, interesting.
I love that,
What was
that
it
weekend.
Traditionally though? What was it?
I think it's chopped and changed a bit.
Yeah.
Like I think that over the years there's been plenty of times that the AFL grand final and the league grand final have been on the same weekend. I know we used to back in the 90s at least.
Well, last year it was.
But then I feel like it fell out of sync. Yeah, I didn't realise that. I thought it was the same weekend as well.
Yeah, the AFL is traditionally the last Saturday of September, and NRL is usually, first weekend of October?
Yeah, that's what it's become, yeah.
Yeah.
What about that mark of the year that won't be able to be the mark of the year? I saw that, the
I missed
Swans
it.
and the Giants.
Isaac Heaney. Incredible.
Why won't it be though?
Because it's not eligible because it's the mark of the year and goal of the year only happen during the regular season, so they don't count finals.
Come on.
And it was a screamer.
Ridiculous.
So can it win for next year?
Nah. It's like an exhibition mark.
That's ridiculous.
What about the Lions? They led like I think was it 60-0?
Correct.
Yeah, it was 60-0.
That's crazy. If two goals had been scored, Nick, and correct me if I'm wrong here, that would have been the biggest halftime margin since like 1908.
Yeah, something like that, yeah. It was ridiculous.
When was the last time there was a match that was so one-sided?
Well, I mean, it was the entire match ended up being anything but
No, but I mean, like
15 behind.
The stat I heard was that last time a team was kept to, or Carlton were kept to nil at halftime was like 1924, and the team playing in a final kept to nil at halftime was like 1900 or something. So those two goals avoided some awful history for the Blues
that
on the
is
weekend.
history.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
I don't know if you ever had holidays with your grandparents growing up. Did you ever do that?
Nah.
Didn't you?
Well, no. To be fair, my grandparents were overseas, so like we would go have a family holiday overseas to see them.
Oh, okay.
But we'd never go away with them.
Right,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I really did, but famously in our family, my mum and dad had their honeymoon with their parents at Coolangatta.
What, both sets of parents?
No, just with dad's
Mum and
mum
dad?
and dad.
What?
My mum had
The
to spend
honeymoon?
her honeymoon with her parents-in-law
Oh, okay.
at Coolangatta.
Yeah. No, nothing like
And
that.
not on the beach, off the back of the beach.
Well, I used to have my grandparents come and stay sometimes when we were growing up in Harvey Bay, and it was like, it's just, you're just being parented different. It's like, this is a different way of doing it. Like Granny, she used to actually make us lunch, but she'd make us like baked bean sandwiches and wrapped it in that wax paper, that wax paper?
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
it was the most disgusting
It's
lunch
like
of all time.
It's that paper you'd put on if you're in the oven, like on the floor of the oven.
Yeah.
The non-stick paper.
It doesn't burn somehow.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But my youngest boy Archie, he's 12. He's on holidays now with my old man.
Where are they?
Gone to Queenstown.
Oh, cool.
Dad's got
Really?
Yeah, somewhere over there for a week, and so he's over there with so my dad's got two of his grandsons there. So my boy who's 12, and then Asher, and Asher's 4, so he's like really small, and he just spent a week with Dad. And
What are they going to go skiing or?
yeah, well, Dad's not going to ski, but
Yeah.
Archie is, yeah. And then Ash's dad Phil's there as well. So there's like, they're going skiing.
Yeah.
And the old man's wife, Elise, she loves skiing too. So they're over there for a week, and he scored a trip there, which is good. But my old man has no filter on his language at all, and he never has. And he's just one of those people, like, he just, he swears.
Yep.
He's a swearer. and he doesn't hold back when there's kids around. It's just the way that he always is. And Ash has just spent a week with him, and he's 4. And apparently, Asher walked into the kitchen the other night.
Oh no!
In front, and
He's 4.
and Lisa's gone, "Where's Grandpa, Asher?" And Asher said, "In the effing garage."
He's picked up.
He's picked that up.
He's
4. He was 4.
Well, you know what?
Yeah.
No, well, I'm just saying, like,
The first
You know,
time,
it's like,
it was
oh.
the first time that Ash's dad had heard Asher drop the F-bomb.
in this day and
Yeah.
age, you're holding back the tide.
Oh, yeah.
It's just a matter of when your kid starts swearing.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's like swearing has become so, like, and I mean the big words, like, are being dropped like it's hot. Like, in general conversation.
In
now.
every
Like,
song.
Instead of an
Yeah. It's,
like, seriously, like, yeah.
it's the new fill in the blank.
Yeah, so how you would stop your kid from swearing? I don't even have, like, because schools, I imagine at schools it's like rife,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Oh, yeah. Well,
How
the
do you
same,
stop your
same
kid
as it
from
was
swearing?
when we were at school,
Yes.
too, I guess.
Well, Harrison's 3. He turned 3 on Friday, and he's used the F word before as well.
Yeah.
And you go, and you
where
know
do you
what?
get that from? Yeah,
Well, that's the thing, right? And
Bronte,
they
obviously.
they don't hold back though. There's no lying.
No.
They're very honest. And I'm like, Harrison, where did you learn that word from?
Yeah.
He's like, mummy.
Yeah, I was going to say definitely not you, obviously.
See, I'm an angel.
That first one, though, as well. I remember Levi's first one. He was actually with Jody's old man. We were at Fraser, and we were crossing over, the 4-wheel drive tracks at Fraser, and we stopped in the middle to get a photo because it's like a rainforest area. And Alan came over to me. Levi was only about 3 at the time as well.
Yeah.
And he came over and said that Levi had been bouncing around in the front seat, and at one stage he bounced real hard, and he just said, "I'm sick of this effing island."
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
I had a third birthday I
Oh,
hosted
yeah.
at my house.
How'd that end up?
Yeah.
It was good. It was all right in the end. I think it's one of those things that you think's going to be worse than it actually is, because by the time everyone kind of streams in and all the prep's done, you're just hosting a barbecue, really.
Well, we were talking about some of the horror stories too, the possibilities.
Yep.
So you weren't going in blinded.
Yeah.
As to how bad it could get.
I think I mentioned on Friday that we had
What was the cake situation?
Well, that's the thing I was going to say. I got a lot of people, actually. Thank you to so many. I had a few people reach out saying, we can sort out a cake for you by tomorrow.
Oh, well played.
It was, to be honest with you, I kind of threw it in the too hard basket because we're kind of organising everything else. So I got one of those. I don't know if you've ever seen them. For me, it's nostalgic because I used to have these as a kid. But the Sara Lee 1.8 kilo chocolate slab cakes. Have you ever seen one of them?
They're just totally like chocolate.
They're like it's like a rectangle 1.5 kilos of cake.
is
it a mud
is
cake?
it in the
Yeah.
alfoil tray?
Well, this one's in cardboard, but it might have been back in the day.
Right.
And you find them in the. I got it from my local Drake's.
Is it a
in the
frozen
freezers.
deal?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you defrost it and yeah. But we didn't. I mean, yeah, it was good. So that was like tick that off, because I would have had to have gone. Although I'm very appreciative of people offering, I would have had to go and collect the cake and send a design or whatever.
Yeah.
So that was just like 2 minutes down the road to my local Drake's, picked it up. We did a sausage sizzle. So we had a Wiggles theme party. So I think
I saw a photo of you dressed as a Wiggle.
yeah, so I was the red Wiggle, Bronte was the blue one, Matilda, my daughter, who's 1.5, was the yellow Wiggle, and Harrison, who's obsessed with the Wiggles, was the purple Wiggle.
So, like,
purple's his favourite.
Yeah,
isn't it?
John and Lockie Wiggle.
Somehow I know that.
Yeah,
But
you listen too much.
Getting back to last week, we were talking about whether parents stay or not. So
Mm-hmm.
this is a 3-year-old party, so obviously all the parents of everyone else stayed.
Yeah, and I think, well, by this point,
so were they dressed as? Because there's a chance
No.
you're the only adult dressed
We
as
were.
Wiggle.
Were they
Yeah.
drinking?
were they what, sorry?
Yeah.
So you're greeting fellow adults at the door dressed as what?
The red Wiggle. I had a legit, like,
And
I
they're
got,
dressed normally.
yeah, just coming in, but the kids were
That's
dressed
not
up.
fair.
Yeah, but at this point in time, when you're hosting a third birthday party, most of these people are our friends, and they've just got
Yeah.
kids, if that makes sense.
Well,
So
the other kids were all dressed up.
a few of them were, yeah.
Well, seriously, I would have been telling the parents, if you don't come dressed as a Wiggle, then, like, don't come.
Yeah,
Don't bring
well,
your kid. Like,
yeah.
Like seriously, why are you going to dress?
One
They
in,
don't.
all in.
No, but let's see. The thing is, once you put in that rule, you got to remember, because we've got a mothers group, the Yummy Mummies of Upper Logan. There's like 7 of them, which is a lot of birthday parties throughout the year. So if you enforce that rule once when you're hosting,
You're signing
Little-
yourself up to 13
Exactly.
times a year.
You're
You're
like-
little Carter's bloody safari theme.
Eddie dresses Obi-Wan
I'm with
Kenobi.
Buzz on
like,
this.
That's the
no,
thing,
fair
yeah.
play.
So you kind of play your cards in that. But the thing is,
hopefully next party they're dressed up.
that's usually what happens. Like
Yeah,
if
that's
the
what I'm
kid,
saying,
But
like
that's
that,
in
yeah.
their house.
yeah,
Yeah. But
Their
still,
rules.
You want that? Yeah, you want.
Yeah.
I want to see that.
That they make the
Martha
same
dressed as
effort.
Bluey in
Exactly,
in
yeah.
2 months from
You can't
now.
overcommit, because if you got like 7 of these throughout the year that you got to go to,
Yeah.
you commit to your own one for photos for your own kid.
Fair
We
play.
had Wiggles themed food, so we had little things of cold spaghetti, little tin spaghetti. We had
it's a-
like
it's a
SPC.
song.
Oh, right.
It's a song. Oh yeah, I don't know why I'm
one of
looking at
the
you like
classics,
this.
mate.
Yeah.
I don't know who the Wiggles
We had mashed banana. We had
know that one.
Again, that's
yeah,
you've
that's
heard
one of their
that.
songs. Hot potato. But we also did a sausage
have hot
sizzle.
potatoes?
We made potato gems. So
Yes.
yeah,
Hot potato.
yeah. So now you get it.
Yeah.
But we did a sausage sizzle, and this is where it led to my downfall, because I did the sausage sizzle, and then you make it, you put it in a foil tray, and you dump it on the ground, and you say, "Help yourself, everybody." And then, like 9 hours later, when you're cleaning it all up at like 9 o'clock at night time, and the sausages have been there for 9 hours after you cook them, I'm just like smashing sausages before me and Bronte smashing
you're cleaning
sausages.
them up.
Yeah. We were crook
safe?
as no. We were both. We spent all day yesterday, both of us throwing up.
I don't doubt it. Because wouldn't the kids have all run their,
It's disgusting.
their grubby,
I don't even
filthy
wanna know.
little hands
They've been there for 9 hours.
Yeah, there's flies all over, and got flies back this time of year. So all in all, I've lost like 3 kilos, which has been good, and spent all day yesterday on the toilet.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
The first week of the NRL finals have been determined. So it all starts like a brand new competition with only 8 teams remaining from this week. And
So-
unfortunately, the Broncos and the Dolphins
are
missed
now-
out as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
The Dolphins finished ahead of the Broncos. I think the Broncos finished 12th on the ladder. I was talking to my mate yesterday. He's a St George Illawarra fan, and he was saying, "Oh, we both missed out." And I was like, "Yeah, but your season, I reckon, is a lot better than what mine is as a Broncos fan, just given that we had a lot more hope leading into this
good
season
point.
than what the Dragons did. The Dragons were like a lot of people's wooden spoon favourites.
You're right. For 2 teams that finished almost in the same spot in the ladder, it's like 2 very different stories. One of disappointment and one of almost unexpected hope.
Yeah. So there'll be a lot of expectation on the Broncos for next season. But anyway, you've got the Storm and the Sharks. The Panthers will take on the Roosters. And then the elimination games, the Cowboys will play the Knights. So one Queensland team made it into the 8 is the Cowboys. And then the other elimination match is the Bulldogs and the Sea Eagles.
Right. Yeah, okay. I'm looking at it now. Just the other one is, Lions through.
Yeah, and the Lions...
So they take on the Giants. Nick, NG Stadium. That's out at Homebush, right?
Yes, correct. That's the Sydney Showgrounds.
Yeah, I didn't know that stadium existed until.
They change the name every second year, I swear.
Yeah. So that's not the Olympic Stadium. That's a stadium next to the Olympic Stadium.
Yes, the one that used to have like the Royal Easter Show.
Showground.
Showgrounds,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, right.
And if we get past them in the next step, the Giants, who would we play in the prelim?
We will be playing Geelong at the MCG.
Geelong. Oh, that'll be one of those weekends in your house, Mitch.
Yeah. The kids are already firing up about it, going up against each other. So had to happen. Couldn't make it easy for me. That's all right. I know where my heart lies.
We should mention as well the Host Plus Cup as well.
Yes.
Norths taking on the PNG Hunters Sunday at Bishop Park for a prelim.
Yeah,
2 p.m.
Place in the big dance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's huge this Sunday. Wow.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
35,000 people bridge to Brisbane. Like it's pretty amazing. Like it wasn't that long ago for me that we were going to Sydney to do the City to Surf because they had similar numbers, and Brisbane had nothing like that. This event is like growing legs.
That's big numbers.
That's huge.
35,000.
Yeah.
The visual too.
Yeah.
Everyone in those shirts like streaming up and down the bridge.
It's cool. It's amazing.
It's 10K, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
You do 5 as well, but I think the long one is 10.
Yeah. There's a 5 as well.
Mitch?
Oh, you did it, didn't you?
No, I
didn't?
wasn't one of the 35.
Oh, no. What happened?
What do you mean?
Well, my kids had Mrs. working all weekend. The kids had an all-day soccer carnival. Got to start at 8 a.m., which means we've got to be there even earlier. And so, I had to get them all wrangled and boots on.
My brother-in-law Robbo, he was told he was doing it by his two daughters, and they've entered us. Dad, have entered you into the. We're doing the bridge to Brisbane. He was like, oh, okay. All right, I'll do that. And then he said to them, now, how are we all going to run together? Oh, we don't want to run with you, Dad. We just entered you in it. So he went and did it. He thought he was
by
going
himself.
Well, he only did it because he thought, I'll run it along with his nieces or with his daughters. And he was flying solo.
Yeah. How'd he go? Did he win?
No, I don't think he won. He did a 51, actually.
That's pretty good, actually.
It wasn't too bad.
That's really good. We're going to send Mitch out this morning after 8:20, by the way. I've got a Soak Bathhouse gift card to give away. A little recovery for anyone who did it.
You know, my mate Al, he trained once a week. He'll hate me saying this, but he ran 10K a week. He finished third in his age group. He ran 34 minutes.
Oh, my God.
Oh, what?
That's a
freak.
What? 34 minutes.
Oh.
He's running once a week.
What'd that get him? Third in his age group.
He finished 70th overall and third in his age group.
The freak.
That's nuts.
Well, congratulations to everybody who got involved.
Yeah, well done, everyone.
And did the bridge to Brisbane, all 35,000 of you.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
I've just heard Bernadette in the news just then saying that South Australia is going to ban...
What?
I was on the toilet, so I only half heard it, but ban social media for people under 14. Is that right? Are you that right?
I don't know.
Bernadette said it, I'm pretty
Ash
sure.
Gardner, yeah, I don't know.
How do they police that?
I've got no idea.
What?
Who's Ash Gardner?
Our newsreader.
It's not Bernadette?
No.
Well, that makes last year's Christmas party a whole lot more awkward.
That's his out, is it? For what you didn't see there, listeners, is Luttsy just rolled back on his chair and put his arms up.
Drop. There's a veritable mic drop.
Ash Gardner?
Yeah. She's new. Very good, though, Ash. We love her. I don't think there's ever been a Bernadette.
Yeah, when was the last time there was a Bernadette?
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
I'm smarter than I'm smarter than Suse.
Brighton Homes are now offering up to $35,000 cash back on their homes. You don't need to be smarter than Suse to live brighter and save more with Brighton.
Can I say as well, Lutsy's doing it, usually Susie goes in there with a phone or something. Luttsy is raw dogging
it.
No phone, no nothing. So it's all legit, all above board.
Total raw dog. You know what would have been funny though, Buzz? We should have left Luttsy here. Susie's away today, by the way. She's back tomorrow, but we should have left him here. He pays so little attention sometimes. We could have actually gone through the questions with David out of Bracken Ridge.
Yeah.
And it would have, when we finally snapped Lutsy's attention too, he would have been listening to it for the first time.
Yeah, he'd have no idea.
But he's in the booth, okay? You there, Dave?
I'm here, yeah.
Oh, we've had dramas with our phones all day, so thank God we got you right now, mate. Is this your first time? What's your story?
No, I've been on once before, a couple of years ago, and I got beat.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
And that was with Suze, obviously.
It was, yes, yeah.
Well, it's
Yeah.
rarefied air at the moment, mate. It's at $1,100, but you don't even have to be smarter than Suze. You only got to be smarter than Luttsy. Okay.
Hopefully that'll be a bit easier then.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, well, just having a pre-read of the questions here because I'm a professional. All right, let's see how you go. David, out of Bracken Ridge for $1,100. 30 seconds on the clock, and your time starts now. What bird is known as a symbol of peace?
So,
What US president was assassinated at the theatre?
Abraham Lincoln.
Who wrote Pride and Prejudice?
Oh, pass.
What is the capital of Canada?
Ontario.
What is 11 squared?
144. No.
Who wrote
132.
Pride and Prejudice?
Pass.
Out of time, David, unfortunately.
I had you as 142 for that question at the end there, that one, what is 11 squared? And other than that, came back to question number 3, so you definitely went the distance there.
Yeah, yeah.
You started off like a house on fire, David.
Yes, yeah. Yes. Hopefully I've done enough.
We'll wait to see. It could be very, very close. Let's bring in the Gimp. It's Luttsy this morning.
Bring in the game, try to understand the questions. Make it nice and make it clear.
Darling.
She's not gonna sit in silence. She's not gonna pass. She'll win.
Susie O'Neill! Hold the phone, Freddie! Susie O'Neill! It will be a miracle! You won't see anything like that again this year!
It's weird in the soundproof booth. I've never sat in there.
Is that the first time you've been in there?
Yeah.
Like for real?
Yeah, because Amber from Fun and Games walked past and just I'm just sitting there. I felt like I was like in Amsterdam at the red light district.
In the window.
Oh, you said €50. What do you want? Not that I know that it's €50, obviously. I'm just guessing. But if I had been there, that's what I felt. I felt like that.
Does it work though?
Yeah, there's like there's a motion sensor in there because if you don't move, it stops. But if you move it, the white noise cancels out all the noise.
You can't hear anything.
No, I can hear Nick. We can hear Nick from the moon.
Yeah. All right, well, listen, come on. Suze has done so well to build this up to $1,100.
It is right now. Okay.
It's David v. Luttsy. David v. David. David out of Bracken Ridge. Standing by. All right, Luttsy, here we go. 30 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. What bird is known as a symbol of peace?
Dove.
What US president was assassinated at the theatre?
JFK.
Who wrote Pride and Prejudice?
Edward Norton.
What is the capital of Canada?
Ottawa.
What is 11 squared?
121.
Stop the clock. Take a Tuco.
Bang.
Tight!
All right, let's have a look at it. What bird is known as the symbol of peace? You both said the dove. That's correct. 1-1. What US president was assassinated at the theatre? Luttsy said it was JFK.
It's not JFK.
That's wrong. David said that was Abe Lincoln. Abraham.
Mm-hmm. How does he know that?
And that is correct.
Stop it, Dave! How'd you know
I don't know how I know that. I don't know. It's just one of them things, you know.
They got him at the theatre.
What sort of theatre? Well, just like a movie theatre? Or like a...
I was watching like a play.
A play theatre.
Really?
Yeah,
it wouldn't have been a movie.
Area.
I did not.
He was watching Mad Max 2.
Point blank.
He was watching Beaches. It was Bette Midler in Beaches.
2-1 to you, David. Pride and Prejudice. Now, David, you chewed up the clock here. We didn't get back to it. Yeah, you're Luttsy. Luttsy, you said, who did you say? Enid Blyton or someone?
Edward Norton, I didn't know.
Ed Norton. Jane Austen. Suze would have got that. I know that Suze would have got that for sure. So it's still you leading, David, 2-1 over Luttsy, the capital of Canada. I don't remember what you said, David, but
Ontario.
You said Ontario. That's incorrect. Luttsy said Ottawa, and that's a good get.
That's a good get. I went there for 6 hours once, David. and that's where that story ends.
So 2-2.
Nice.
And 11 squared. David, you said it was 142. Luttsy, you just knew that one.
That was unbelievable.
121.
Yeah, it's one of those weird ones. I know up to 12 times, and that's it.
That was good.
Yep, you're absolutely correct. So it's a 3-2 victory to Luttsy. He's smarter than you, David.
Sorry, Dave.
Well done.
Well, let's hit the cave, though, for you, buddy.
Thank you.
It means, and you're in the draw too for the BYD 803.
Excellent.
At the end of the year, you can choose your colour with that as well. But it means when we play again at 9 o'clock, and you're back in the hot seat, Luttsy, at 9?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Yep.
I guess so. It's $1,200. Yeah, keep on a roll.
Yeah, so much pressure though. It's so much pressure. Okay, now, Dave, Bracken Ridge. I'm going to throw something at you, but I need to know if you're a fan or not, because we mentioned Keith Urban, of course, who played at Lefties on the last week. He's actually playing the Ensign on August 15 and 16 next year. Are you a Keith Urban fan? Like, would you like to go see the High and Alive World Tour?
Are you free in August next year?
KeithUrban.com for tickets.
Yeah, that'd be great. That, thank you.
I'm not going to say this on the bracket.
You're not going to sell it, are you?
Come on.
Sean from Caboolture.
What?
He sold these Broncos tickets last week.
Oh, that's
tried
right.
to.
Yeah, I remember him. Yeah. You know, you want to go to Keith, David?
Yes, that'll be great. That, thank
Double
you.
pass, August 16,
Thank you.
15 and 16 next year, KeithUrban.com. And I'll also throw in a family pass to Lightscape, the global sensation Lightscape Brisbane Festival. Tickets on sale now, lightscapeaustralia.com.
Thank you for that. That's great, that.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Okay, we're crossing to, I think it's Taupo in New Zealand. To a hunting lodge, we found out, of all places. That's the last place I expected Colin Fassnidge to turn up.
I'm never surprised with the Fadge.
No.
he can turn up everywhere. The great man. How are you?
I'm good. It's usually a jail or a prison, but this time it's not.
Or a pub.
You just gave us a view out the window. I don't know if that's your room where you're staying at this hunting lodge, but it looks magnificent. But then you're telling us you got tagged by your own rifle. What's going on?
Any country I go to, I like to take a little piece of it with me. So I've got, I'm not going to go into the details, but I've got a big, massive scar on my head that's been glued together.
Yeah,
that's like stitches. That's the real deal, right?
No,
it looks like scars are cool.
Yeah, it's like a boxer that's been split, and they've glued it back together.
Yeah,
which I think that's the way they do it now.
That's just the story of my life, isn't it? Just glued back together.
Yeah. Move on. on to the next thing, which is
MKR.
MKR. Now, it returns tonight, 7:30 on Channel 7 and 7 Plus. And it's you and Manu. We saw you before.
100%.
Yep.
Tonight is, I guarantee you, within 10 minutes of watching tonight, you'll be hooked. There is some lunatics on this show.
I've seen the shorts, Colin. It looks pretty cool.
We got Mike and Pete on there. Just mate, he's just there. We're watching straight away.
Really?
We got some great Queensland teams on there.
Nice.
So it's the 14 years. We've had the highest score ever in 14 years. The highest ever.
How is that?
Okay.
Explain to us why we still can't understand one word that Manu says, even though he's been speaking on that show now for 14 years.
I just sit there and nod. I don't know what that guy says.
Yeah.
I think we're going next year. We're talking about doing it in Braille.
Yeah. Just go on and just speak complete gibberish, both of you. So nobody has any idea what these.
Well, he's Irish, but I can understand what he's saying.
Yeah.
You know?
You got an Australian show with two blokes from abroad with accents. Like, work it out.
Yeah. You know what? The other thing, did you say 14 years? What a what a juggernaut. But how many times over that 14 years do you see the same situation occur? People go in there and they got the big dinner party. They're on My Kitchen Rules. It's like it's their big moment, and they go, so I'm going to try something I've never tried before. every year, I bet you that happens. Like episode 1, do you get people going, I've never given this a crack before, but I'm going to give it a go now.
I heard it. I walked in. They said it to me, and I walked back out of the kitchen. I said, "Best of luck. See you later." Bye.
And also,
you're wasting your breath.
Here's one from left field, but someone over the weekend, Fadge, said to me that in Japan, in particular right now, they're pulling out this whole chicken sashimi thing. Because they reckon that the chickens over there, you can't die from having uncooked chicken. I'm like, how is that possible? Like, is that a thing?
Look, I had a chicken sandwich the other day that was cooked at a servo in New Zealand. And it was like the Jenny Craig. I lost 4 kilos.
Yeah,
100%.
So, and that was cooked. I wouldn't go near the raw chicken myself.
So you wouldn't touch that?
No way.
But is that a new thing, or is that something that is that a delicacy in Japan? I've actually never heard of chicken sashimi.
I seen a guy on TikTok who ate raw chicken for a month, like eating chicken breasts, and he didn't get sick. But Nah.
To what end? Like, why would you even do it?
Life's too short.
Yeah, I guess everything's got to be tried for the first time at some stage, though. But I always just thought that it makes you sick.
Not everything.
No, that's yeah, I guess there are limits.
That's your.
Moving on.
Colin, that's his tombstone. It's going to be Ash Bradham. He tried everything once. Well, that's cool, man.
So tonight.
Yeah, tonight it's The Wait is Over. My Kitchen Rules returns tonight 7:30 p.m. on Channel 7 and 7 Plus for the 14th year. It's going to be some type of juggernaut with the fads. All right, mate, we appreciate that. Good luck with the show tonight.
Absolute pleasure, guys. Love talking to you. Take it easy.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
The Prince is on. The Prince is on. The Prince is on. He's on the streets. The Prince is on.
Mitchell.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy.
Morning, guys. Well, look, I'm out here, beautiful 16 degrees at the moment, and we're looking towards summer, I would say, because of what we're about to talk about, guys. But summer weather's already here, so I'm in a very timely place here this morning, out here, the Chermside Water Park, which actually reopened September 14, Brisbane's largest water park, hundreds of metres of water slides. It's looking very good, and they're very inviting, and it's all thanks to our mates at Rackley, because as we start to look, especially with the upcoming, I think, September holidays, you know, we talk a lot about getting those summer bods ready, guys. But I guess if you're a little bit younger, you want to look towards getting swimming ready and all that swim safety and all that sort of stuff. So
quick
they've got a great deal going on.
I remember a million years ago, on air, sliding down the water slide. I actually did slid down the slide live on air. So, like, why aren't you doing that? I guess is my question, given that you're throwing all this summer chat at us.
Yeah.
That is a great question.
Is it working? Is the slide operational?
I mean, it's not officially reopening until there might be something to do in a week, but September 14, which we're looking at this upcoming Saturday. So maybe from then I can, I could get on there.
You've got a technicality, Mitch.
I'll be getting on there illegally at the moment, so I can do it all the right way and the right things. Yeah. But our mates at Rackley, they got an offer 2 weeks of free swimming lessons, and to celebrate that fact, we got a full-on giveaway down here, guys. I'm just going to go look through the goodie pack. I mean, we're not mucking around here to really get you set up for summer. We've got like a lot of inflatable stuff for the home pool or wherever you want to take it, to the beach. Bring it down here to Chermside. We've got one of those inflatable basketball setups, some one of those like inflatable sort of ride-on situations, a slip and slide that you can take home for the backyard. We've got water pistols. That's fantastic. One of those dive sticks, some towels, and then some Nova footies and inflatables as well. And you know those trolley. Those trolleys, you ever see people that mainly at parks, but people also bring them to the beach. We've actually got one of those. It's a Wanderer trolley that you can actually take all these goodies home with you. They are fantastic. And look, I haven't invested in one myself, and I would like to think, no, I'm never going to do that. But then I see people and how easy they get all that crap you got to bring along for the kids, regardless of where you're going, and just how easy it makes it. So we've got all these great giveaways, including the trolley to take it home with you. If you want to come down and see me right here at the Chermside Aquatic Centre, just by the entryway off Hamilton Road here, and you can score all this.
That's a fair gift pack there, mate. Like that's got summer sorted. And those trolleys that you're talking about, Mitch, they're like we took a while to get one of them, but we also, because we live in an apartment, we use it as the trolley to get the groceries up.
Do you take it to the beach?
From the car park, take it to the beach, but you take it up into the lift.
Yeah, right.
You know, just one load will eat with the shopping.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Hang on, we're just talking to someone who's just pulled up with us. Hello, good morning. How you doing?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Good, thanks. Your name, please?
Melanie.
Melanie, look, you're a mum. You got a young one here. How old are we talking?
She's 2.
She's 2. Now, how are you going with swimming lessons for her? You're about to take her into the pool, by the looks of it? Yeah. And how's she go with the lessons?
Yeah, she's pretty good.
Pretty good. You seen our mates at Rackley's yet?
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to Rackley's? Oh, there you go. Fantastic. Well, you've done the right thing on many fronts, but also you found us here. So you got the trolley and all these great giveaways. We got all the inflatables set up and everything, including the trolley to take all home with you. That's gone home with you.
Oh, thank you.
No worries. Well, thanks to our mates at Rackley. So giving a 2 weeks of free swimming lessons as part of their great packages of helping you get swim safe heading in towards summer. We've already got the summer weather here, guys. So get swim ready and safety ready heading into those summer months. Thanks to our mates at Rackley Swimming.
Good on you, Mitch. Rackley Swimming lessons. You can join before the end of September. Get 2 weeks free. Visit rackleyswimming.com.au.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
I should say very quickly, though, I did the Sanford long lunch.
Oh, I thought you were going to say I did the bridge to Brisbane.
No, I did not do that.
I was going to say, if you did that after the weekend that you've had. The what? Sanford long lunch?
It was just long lunch, but they just raised money for the Sanford Stags, the rugby league club out there. Great rugby league club on that side of town. They raised like over $20,000. But I went to Gambaro's had a lunch for a prostate cancer awareness lunch on the Friday at Pisoni. Raised over $500,000.
Wow.
Yeah, there's so many cool things. Like we did the Sony Foundation when was that? God,
Wednesday?
That was last week.
Yeah.
That raised
Thursday.
I think
834. Yeah.
800,000.
Yep.
Like so cool. Like a lot of people giving some
Yeah, that's
money out
awesome.
there.
People digging deep. And prostate's one of those things too that you know we need to be more aware of.
It was really cool. There was this I can't remember his name, but like this guy, they called him a master surgeon. I didn't know there was such a thing. You know, like what surgeons have I been using? That's the next level.
I don't want an ordinary surgeon.
Get me a master surgeon. But he was from Rockhampton. This guy got up on stage with Peter Basoltis, who was the host, but he's a Rocky boy, so he's a genius, obviously. Like the guy's helping to solve some major cancer things, but he still sound like he was like Rockhampton 101. So
Yeah, you got that country.
He's like, we need this machine which has this chair next to it, and that helps us with the computer that helps us get it all sorted. It's like a plumber from Rockhampton who was actually like one of the smartest guys you've ever met. It was bizarre. He's just kept his accent. I guess it makes perfect sense. Why would he change it? But it's just like. You'd think at some point, as a master surgeon, you'd start speaking like this and blah blah blah.
Nah, she's a shocker.
And then this other guy, this other surgeon got up. He was again like a this incredibly gifted, amazing person. And there's about prostate cancer, and we want to. And Peter Basoltis is like, so it's not always the usual treatment, like for prostate checks. These days, it's a blood test as well. And this guy's got me going, well, he was Asian, so I got to do that. The fingering bit now is not compulsory. And then he's gone.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Piper Pearson turns 11 today, listening right now. She'll be there. I think Mum Cassie and the crew down at Clayfield Seafood.
Double one.
Yeah, happy birthday, Piper.
Piper Pearson.
Clayfield Seafood.
PP.
Yeah, that's one of my faves down
That's
there.
a good joint.
It is so good. It is so good. The calamari. Oh my God,
just
I'm hungry right now.
The fish and chips.
Yeah.
Is
Crumbed
like,
cod.
Yeah.
Crumbed cod.
Oh, okay.
What do you go? He looked at me weird then.
He really did. He wasn't dancing with that, was he?
He wasn't dancing with that.
You know what I like is
what do you go?
I like whiting.
Isn't there like little tiny bones in whiting?
No. It's fillet. They fillet all that out.
Really? So that's what I remember as a kid. That whiting had bones in it. So
Not at Clayfield.
No.
That's why I went the cod.
No, that's all in the filleting.
Is that right?
Beautiful. And then the prawns.
If you could like
prawns.
if you could
fresh
eat
prawns.
any fish,
Fresh prawns.
fresh prawns is nothing beats that. Nothing. But like if you could eat any fish, A, the type of fish, and B, how would it be served? Like crumbed.
Oh, my number one.
Yeah, like
Coral
like,
trout.
like
I'd go coral trout.
Yeah.
And I'd do it.
Coral trout.
Coral trout. Coral trout number one. Whiting would be up there though. I'd go coral trout. Then I reckon I'd go
Crumbed or just like
crumbed. I reckon crumbed. Coral
not
trout.
battered. Crumbed.
No. Battered I could take with the whiting, and then red emperor I love too. I'd go coral trout, red emperor, whiting.
And can you buy them from like Clayfield Seafood?
Without doubt.
Is it
Fresh as. Beautiful.
Yeah.
And then the fresh prawns, oysters.
This is the first thing I've ever learnt from you. I've known you 30 years. It's
What-
the first time.
what's your number
it's
one?
the first time you've ever contributed. Well, I don't know, but I have crumb cod.
Yeah, no. We could. That'd be
Hey,
nice.
live a
but
little,
you could
buddy.
step your game up.
Yeah.
You could step your game.
Finally, Buzz.
Yeah, I know.
Something. He's shared
Every day's a
something.
school day in here,
Hey,
son. you know?
seriously, amazing. Yeah.
Coral trout, red emperor, whiting.
Okay,
There we go.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Who's the new billionaire that you speak of?
Well, it's Selena Gomez.
Can't keep my hands to myself.
You know, like big music artist. To be honest, I didn't know anything about her until I started watching Only Murder in the Building,
Yeah, I'm gonna.
where she stars alongside Martin Short and Steve Martin.
Yeah, is that on Prime or one of them?
Disney Plus.
Disney Plus.
Yeah, Disney Plus. Great show, and yeah, brilliant casting. She's perfect in it with Steve Martin and everything. But anyway,
She's hit the $1 billion mark.
well, so
How old is she, by the way?
she's 32. For those that are just late on here, she was a Disney Channel was where she started, Wizards of Waverly Place in 2007. But her billionaire status has come from like 81% of her wealth, they reckon, stems from her cosmetics company Rare Beauty, which launched 4 years ago in 2020.
That's the deal, isn't it? To parlay it into something.
Yeah.
You know, parlay your notoriety, your fame into a product.
Yeah, and I think I feel like the Kardashians did that, like first and foremost. Like they were rich, but then they went, okay, let's push into the. I think it was that was like a cosmetics range.
Well,
I think
50 Cent did it with his sports drink.
Rihanna. Rihanna's a billionaire through Fenty Beauty.
Yeah.
Which is, again, not... I think the stats of how much, like, for Gomez, Selena Gomez, they reckon that her showbiz, in inverted commas, exploits accounted for roughly, like minor percentage. And then her music tours are less than 5% of her fortune.
And that acting gig in that show that you like, that'd be even less than that, probably.
Yeah. Record sales for her is 2%.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So that makes you realise it's probably still big money for her, but that's how hard it actually is to make money out of being a musician, let alone a superstar musician.
She's massive as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Rare Beauty. It sells makeup products from liquid blush to lipsticks. Reportedly did net sales of US $400 million in the last 12 months. Crazy, right?
Yeah. She's on a roll.
Yeah, you can get it from Sephora here in Australia as well.
Oh, really?
Just looking at it looks like it's exclusive to Sephora. I can't believe she's a billionaire.
32.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
She dates Benny Blanco.
Does she?
Oh, really?
Music producer. Do you know who Benny Blanco is?
I've heard of the name.
Yeah, so I don't really know who he is.
Yeah, you could have told me he was an athlete. I would have rolled with that too.
Parramatta Eels.
Yeah.
Oh, it could have been anything.
Won the fullback of the year.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
The Prince is on. The Prince is on. The Prince is on. Ooh, he's on the streets. The Prince is on.
Oh, it's 2 from 2, Ash.
That was good. Mitch.
I feel like you
Morning,
weaseled
guys.
your way out of running the bridge to Brisbane yesterday, mate. I swear there was somewhere along the way I heard Mitchell James had signed up to do the bridge to Brisbane. I swear I heard that.
Yeah. At least we made that call weeks earlier.
You were literally going to run clubs, Mitch.
Yes.
For like 4 weeks.
I know, but like, you know, Buzz, you've spent a weekend, you know, being a dad, right? And it just came down to yesterday. I had kids all day soccer tournaments with my 2 boys, and I had to buy the dad card. I'm very sorry. So I didn't go out there running. Hi. And sometimes I have to put my own interests and self-fitness aside for my children.
Obviously,
and that's been my excuse since before I had children.
Hi, I'm
Thank
Mitch
you.
Lewis.
Yes, exactly.
Obviously, being a mum is the toughest job in the world, but second to that is fatherhood.
Especially if you're a little bit chunky and you want to avoid running
No, I didn't say
10K in the
that.
bridge to Brisbane. No. I'm just adding a little bit extra. Look, it was going to be my first time, and it wasn't, so I don't need to recuperate, but that's what we're out here to do this morning, is just to treat some people that maybe ran it yesterday, and in particular, maybe if you were a... 35. Huge yesterday, 35,000.
And they're saying now, because it's 28 years old, the bridge to Brisbane, it's getting bigger and better every year, that now they've had a total of 693,000 of us that have run in that time over... I still call it the Gateway. It's the Gateway Bridge to me.
Yeah.
Due respects to Saleo.
Oh, right, yeah.
Saleo
Helshinger, but
I don't think I've heard anyone call it that.
The Gateway.
To be fair.
It's the Gateway. Yeah, but Mitch was not amongst the 35,000.
I was not. No, but I found a couple of people that were, guys, okay? Because I want to treat someone who didn't pull out like I did and took the easy route and decided to, sleep in a little bit extra and actually got up there amongst the 35,000 people and did it. And I actually have got a couple of first-timers here this morning. Luttsy, Juliet, good morning, girls. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. Now, okay, well, I'm doing better than you guys because you actually did it for the first time yesterday. You were just telling me. Now, 5 or the 10K?
Just the 5. We wanted to start off a little bit easier this year.
Right, so you're out here walking this morning. Are you usually walkers, but you decided to do it for the first time yesterday?
Yeah, I decided to do it for the first time, give running a go, which was interesting, but it was good environment.
Do we think we're going to be coming back next year?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Mitch, can they hear us or no?
Yeah, I can relay.
Yeah, I'm just asking, how long did they wear the medal for? Because I saw people well into the afternoon still wearing the medal.
I'm still wearing the medal right now, honestly.
I think it is that badge, right? And that was what made me feel better here. I took, the easy route out yesterday, didn't run, but then at the same soccer tournament that I was using as an excuse to get out of running yesterday, someone showed up and was wearing a bridge to Brisbane. Yeah. Let's get down to Brisbane 2024. So they did the right thing yesterday. So I'm going to reward you fine people for doing it, and thanks to our mates at Soak Bathhouse, $250 to just rest up and recuperate and share that amongst yourselves. Go and get a nice little treatment. It is, I think, perfect for the sore legs today. So you've done your bit. You got 12 months to recover, and Soak Bathhouse are going to help it happen.
Thank you so much.
Beautiful.
Good on you, Mitch.
Thank you, guys. Cheers. Yeah, thank you. My 12-month journey starts now, guys.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
I'm smarter than I'm smarter than Suse.
Brighton Homes are now offering up to $35,000 cash back on their homes. You don't need to be smarter than Suse to live brighter and save more with Brighton.
Hello, Helen.
Hello.
Out of Wynnum West. How art thou?
Hi.
Are you good?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm not too bad. Says you just taxi for your kids over the weekend.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, just the usual.
We were talking about this, weren't we, Buzz? Mm-hmm. Like, is there anything more annoying than when one of your kids hops in the car and then they kind of will say hello, but then they're immediately on their phone or occupied with their phone, and you literally feel like, oh, what am I your Uber driver, am I, buddy? Is that what I'm doing?
Yeah, I've got one who does that and one who talks to me constantly. So.
Oh, okay.
Bit of both.
All right. Well, you've picked a pretty good time to get through. $1,200 we're playing for.
Yeah.
And you're in the draw for the BYD at 03 as well.
Awesome.
At the end of the year, our final show of the year. And you're only going to get past Luttsy. Although he was pretty good an hour ago. I don't know if you heard that, but he had a good victory.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, he took it from 1,100 to 1,200. So, all right, here we go, Helen. Good luck.
Thank you.
A lot of money at stake. Be a great way for you to start Monday. 30 seconds on the clock, and your time starts now. What credit card company is commonly called Amex?
American Express.
What is Homer Simpson's middle name?
Don't know.
Simone Biles is famous for competing in what sport?
Gymnastics.
What is the name given to a species that can live both on land and in water?
Amphibious.
Spell injury.
INJURY.
Stop the clock. Player!
Good.
No more.
Yeah, wow.
What did Helen have left there?
3 seconds, Helen.
You are going to take some beating, my friend.
Very good. Very impressive.
You got money in the bank, 3 seconds on the clock, and you've posted a very impressive score. Let's see if it'll be enough. Bring in the gimp.
Game. So put your game face on. Everybody pretend you know this song. Everybody, let's bring in the game. again.
So good.
I like that.
Susie O'Neill! Hold the phone, Freddie! Susie O'Neill! It will be a miracle! You won't see anything like that again this year!
She won't talk to me again this year if I lose this.
Oh, no.
No, bring it home. Bring it home. Here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
30 seconds. On the clock. Your time starts now. What credit card company is commonly called Amex?
American Express.
What is Homer Simpson's middle name?
James.
Simone Biles is famous for competing in what sport?
Gymnastics.
What is the name given to a species that can live both on land and in water?
Hermaphrodite.
Spell injury.
INJURY.
Stop the clock. Give me a 2K.
Tight!
I couldn't
You couldn't help yourself, could you?
I couldn't help myself.
I mean, push came to shove and he went for it, Helen. That's one thing we've got to say about young David. What credit card company is commonly called Amex? You both said American Express. That is correct. It's 1-1. Now, I need some... I need someone to make
Upstairs,
a decision here.
the bunker.
Yeah, I'm setting this one up. Ooh. What is Homer Simpson's middle name? Helen, you said I don't know. Luttsy said James.
That's a no from Buzz.
And his middle name is?
J.
Homer J.
Yeah.
Homer
It was
J.
there. I just couldn't.
J-A-Y.
What's the J stand for?
It's
J.
not-
Yeah.
J-A-Y.
It's just J,
Oh, right.
like Michael J. Fox.
No, J is J-A-Y. That's exactly
Oh,
name.
J-A.
Like Jay-Z.
Homer J. Oh, yes. Okay.
I'll put the scene where he finds out up on socials because it's just
course you
comedy
will.
gold.
Okay, so there's
right.
no confusion there.
So
That's
no,
wrong.
That's all right. No, that's not right. Yeah.
Well, that is very, very
Oh,
important.
no.
It stays 1-1. You got a big break there, Helen. I'm just saying.
Oh.
Okay? Because I had a question mark against that, but the score's still 1-1. Third question. Simone Biles is famous for competing in what sport?
Helen, we got that.
You both said gymnastics.
Yeah.
That's correct. So it's 2-2. Spell injury. INJURY. You both got that. So it's 3-3, and it came down to this one. What is the name given to a species that can live both on land and in water? Now, Helen
What
said
did Helen say?
amphibious. Luttsy said hermaphrodite. Correct answer is amphibian.
Yes.
Helen, it's 4-3. You're smarter than Luttsy.
No.
You've just taken down the major prize, which is $1,200. Sonny Hurd. Sing it, Helen.
This was a moment.
The greatest moment of
Yeah, Helen! How do you feel, Helen?
Okay. Nice.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.